I grew up with my dad being a residential school victim, and also my mother. My dad, first of all, the first residential school, the one in Kenora where everybody went, which was called Cecilia Jeffrey, the first residential school was actually in Shoal Lake. It was at a place called, an island called Robinson's Point, and that's where the first residential school was, and that's where my dad went when he was 5 years old. 5 years old. And my dad used to tell me they were farmers. They weren't students. They were farmers. They took care of pigs. They milked cows, and they did all the dirty work, cleaning the pig stalls. And then, for some reason, that residential school, they must have built the new one in Kenora. And so they closed down the one in Shoal Lake, and they moved everybody from there to town. And that's where my dad spent the rest of his days till he was 18. Yeah. That was when they weren't even allowed to buy liquor. But working in a camp, in an American camp, they had access from Americans. And that's where alcohol was introduced. I remember growing up with my mom's mom, my other grandmother, living in Big Rossi when alcohol first came, and all the fights, community fights. My grandmother would, on a Friday night or on a weekend, my grandmother used to take our blankets up in the bush with the mosquito net and prepare for the weekend activities. All the fighting, all the shenanigans, and we'd all sit under the mosquito net and in our and covered in blankets, and we could hear the fights down the hill, and and my grandmother and my mother keeping us safe in the bush. That's how we lived.